can only imagine what the scenes were like inside the courtroom. There we are, and supporters outside.
On a full feed, Mike. On a full feed. They're on a full feed at the moment.
All right. Mike, you don't really need any explanation for those pictures, do you?
Well, that's what 27 years of waiting does to people, I guess. 27 years, as we were saying earlier, Dermot, a generation has grown up. A lot of the family members have died in those 27 years. They never got to see this day. They never got to see justice. Some people who've been campaigning all of those years. And I think whatever you may feel about this now, watching these pictures, one thing that I can say for sure, having covered this for 27 years, is that the tenacity of those families has been quite incredible. They have never given up, despite the many, many knockbacks they have had over the past 27 years. They have fought and fought for justice, and now I think they can allow themselves to believe that justice is here. As we were about to say, not the end of the story. The focus now turns onto any criminal investigations.
Okay, we've got Nick Martin, our colleague Nick Martin, coming to join us here, because Nick's been inside the court feeding us an awful lot of that information that we brought to you as quickly as we possibly could right here on Sky News. Nick, but first of all, forget all the decisions, the deliberations. What about that emotion? We've seen some example of it, those of us that have been outside the court. What was it like inside?
Well, you saw some of the emotions spill out of the court just now, Dermot, but inside, as the coroner was reading out that 14 questionnaire to members of the jury, it was apparent that there was a huge amount of relief being released into the court, especially when they got to that crucial question number 6, which the jury said that they had determined that the 96 who died that day had been unlawfully killed. And as soon as that happened, the court just erupted into shrieks, and one person shouted, thank you to the members of the jury. And what we're seeing now is this spilling out here into the sunshine here in Warrington, where these inquests have been going on now for 2 years. And it was incredibly emotional in the court as the jury was being taken through all those details.
They must have been, they must have been incredibly tense, Nick, because of course, we knew they'd come to their conclusion yesterday, and the coroner rightly said, well, we'll give it a day so as everyone who wants to be here can get here. But of course nobody knew which way the decision had gone. I mean, you've been talking to the families. They must have had a nail-biting few hours.
Well, I spoke to, as we were sitting waiting for the court to resume, I spoke to some of the relatives, Margaret Aspinall, who has been at the forefront of campaigning, and she looked actually very relaxed, and a lot of them were chatting, holding hands, hugging. There didn't seem to be a huge amount of tension this morning. I think for many of them it was the feeling that at least they were going to get some conclusion today, and I think deep down many of them had guessed perhaps what the jury's responses would be. So not a huge amount of tension, actually it was quite relaxed.
And so what happens now? So the coroner said, right, we will take a pause here, I suspect in part to let this sink in, to let some of the emotion to seep out, and then there's still quite a lot to go through in these inquests.
A huge amount to go through. This slight recess will last about 20 minutes. As the jury was led out, the coroner thanked them very briefly, but again one member of the family stood up, looked to the back towards everyone and said thank you to the jury, and again the whole court erupted in applause as one after the other the jury members, the longest serving jury in British legal history themselves, led out. I mean, what must have been going through their minds, the weight of expectation.